Hey, everybody. All right. I keep getting asked a lot of questions about karmic relationships and things like that. And what I want to talk about tonight is what is going on and why you attract karmic relationships. Because I think that a lot of people don't really understand the dynamic of karmic relationships and why they occur. Okay. You attract karmic relationships when you're disconnected from yourself and using another person as a substitute for your connection to yourself. Okay, so this is why it's extremely important to do the work on yourself. Invest more in yourself than you are on trying to get the relationship. Because here's the thing, okay? Here's how it works. So when you're disconnected from yourself, and you go out dating, you're only going to attract relationships that are meant to guide you back to yourself. Okay, so these relationships, they're not going to stick around. They're not going to last. Okay, because they're going to attempt to show you that, hey, you need to go back home. You need to get back in connection with yourself. And it's kind of the karma that comes from what you're doing to yourself. See, we think of karma as what we do to other people, right? Or just what we're putting out. But there's a karma of what we're doing to ourselves. And you're doing something to yourself when you neglect yourself. When you refuse to, put energy to make yourself important. I look at how much money people are willing to spend on trying to, get a person. But then when it comes to them doing the work on themselves, they don't want to invest in that. There's a karma because there's damage. There's a way that you're being towards yourself that is not loving, that is not kind. You're not putting a good energy towards yourself. You're putting a very neglectful energy that you're not worth it and you don't deserve it. You're not important enough. It's a negative energy. Just imagine if you was putting that energy towards somebody else. You would see how that would create a karmic energy, right? But when it comes to yourself, you don't see it. So what happens is you manifest people that are simply going to guide you back to yourself. So what'll happen is when you're in that state and you haven't done the work on yourself, a lot of times you're not happy, okay? You're not content. There's no peace within you. And this relationship is it for you. This is the thing that you think is going to come in and make you happy. This is the thing that's going to make your life all better. Okay, that's a prime sign that you are disconnected from yourself. Another sign you're disconnected from yourself, this relationship is so important to you. You're obsessing over it. Okay, that's because you're disconnected from yourself. You can never be connected to yourself and be obsessing over someone or be obsessing over a relationship or someone that you haven't talked to in I don't know how long, and you're still focusing on it because you're not connected to yourself. So what happens is these connections come in and they give you a glimpse of like where you think that your happiness is there, that it's going to come in and save you. It's going to save you from your misery, everything that you're going through. This relationship is the answer. And you hang your hat, actually you hang your soul on that, okay? And then it's going to go away. Why? Because it was never meant to stay there. It was to show you that it's you need. Okay, so you'll keep having these situations of these relationships that fail or these situations that never quite get off the ground. That is a part of the karmic pattern. That is the part of being caught in a karmic cycle and in a karmic wheel. That's being deep in a karmic wheel. And you will continue to attract relationships like that until you do the work on yourself. It's just the way it is, because it's kind of like, there's different ways you can choose to live your life. You can live your life with life coaching you and life showing you, which is a lot more painful. Or you can fast track yourself a bit by gaining understanding and wisdom, investing in you. Okay, so that you have the information you need and the ability to kind of bypass a lot of those painful experiences, because they're only necessary. I'm be honest with you, okay? They're only necessary when you're hard-headed. Okay, when you have a lot of resistance to reality, to truth, to the universal laws and the way that the realm operates. And the only way that you can really learn is by, being pushed to and being kind of pushed home. Because none of these people are going to be there for you. None of these people are going to show up for you, because the requirement is for you to show up for yourself. It's not for them to do. It's not, this relationship is not there to, no other relationship is there to come in and save you from the unhappiness, the loneliness, the misery that you feel. It's not there to save you. Okay? And that would actually be the worst thing that could ever happen for you on a spiritual level. If a relationship did come in and save you, it would be the worst thing that could ever happen to you on a spiritual level. And it just doesn't happen, because it's against the universal laws. It won't be allowed to happen because the energies don't even match. The energy of the kind of connection that you want, or that you're idealizing and fantasizing about with this person, is not the reality of what it would be at all. Okay, because when you're in a state of loneliness, having a hard time being alone, having a hard time letting go of relationships, obsessing over people, you're not an energetic match to a harmonious, high vibrational union. Okay, and this is the reason that you'll never see anybody doing that who's manifested one, because you're not a vibrational match to that. There's a lot of work that you would have to do within yourself to clear out all of those issues to even be a highly vibrational match to something like that. Okay, because when you talk about obsessing, can't let go of somebody, being depressed about it, being very lonely, things like that, those are very low vibrational energies. It's not a match to a high vibrational connection. It's just not. So you're not going to manifest that. You're going to keep manifesting karmic situations that are also going to be low vibrational situations that are there to push you. They're there to show you, see, this isn't it. Okay, but what hooks you into it is the karmic energy, right? You get pulled by the fact that there's a lesson there. Okay, because you're getting pulled. That's what the pull is. It's pulling you toward the lesson. So that's why you will feel it deeply. You can feel it on a soul level. You can feel like it's something, because it is something. It is a spiritual thing that's happening, because it's something there that's coming to guide you home. It is playing a spiritual purpose, but not the spiritual purpose of being your salvation. Okay, it's not meant for that. That's not what this is about. Okay, so there is no way around doing the work. I mean, if you avoid doing the work and you avoid investing time, money, energy, effort into yourself, then what's going to happen is you're just going to keep having to go through the pain. You never get out of the cycle. It never ends for you. That's why there's people that have been in this cycle. They've been going through this for 15 years, with people who have gotten divorced and married again and still didn't marry them. And they're still going through that cycle. Or they're still just, chasing love and chasing a relationship. And the cycle doesn't end until you do the work on yourself. And there's really no other way around it. Now, a lot of people are very much in resistance to that. Okay. They just are, and that's okay. They have to continue out their karmic pattern. You don't come out of it until you just have to be tired enough. You have to be ready for it to change, and you have to be ready enough that you're willing to do what it takes for it to change. Not continue to try to make it go the way that you want it to go, because it's not working, and it's never going to work. The relationship is never going to come in and save you from all of this, and then you're going to be happy with them. No, you're either going to learn to be happy now. You're either going to do the work and heal and face the difficult things that you don't want to face and go deep and deal with it, or you're just going to keep suffering until the suffering wears you down enough that you can say, okay, you know what? I've had enough of this. Because it's not something that the universe is doing to you. It's something you're doing to yourself with your lack of love for yourself, your lack of care for yourself, that you care more about other people. You care more about somebody else in a relationship than you do about your own well-being as an individual. And if you don't think that there's something wrong with that, I would say that it would behoove you to really think about your perspective and how accurate your perspective is. So that's what it is, so the karmic cycle doesn't end until you're ready to really dig in and do the work and face yourself and say, you know what, I'm going to quit chasing relationships and running from myself so that I can manifest what it is that I want. Do the work. Do the work. It's the only way out. Okay. So that's that, guys. I hope that was beneficial. The rise of the divine feminine does help with doing a lot of the work, taking you through that deeper level and, those deeper processes. As well as, I'm always here for, coaching one-on-one, and I can definitely take you through that process. So that's that, guys. I love you guys. I will talk to you later. Bye.